Hello folks, David with Ural Motorcycles. Yeah, I got a little bit of a different video for you today. It's not a how-to or anything like that. Instead, what I have for you is a little bit of a story. But I'm going to drive around first and find a nice little spot, and then I'm going to tell it to you. Oh boy, folks, it is smoldering today. We got a little cloud cover now, but it is hot. And I kind of wanted the sun to be out anyway so I could show you this beautiful, beautiful Caribbean blue. So, before I get to my story, let me introduce this bike to you. It's Caribbean blue color. This is a gear up standard. What makes it a standard versus the base is it already comes with a spare tire, it already comes with a jerry can, it already comes with the front bumper and the LED fog lights or running lights. This one is also equipped with the nose rack. It also has the heavy duty over the spare tire luggage rack. This one is also outfitted with nitron shocks, and you'll notice the trim is gray instead of black. And the reason is this was supposed to be a limited edition. So let's get to the story part. For those of you that have been around Ural for a while, you know that we put out a limited edition every year since 2006 or so. Now typically the limited editions are supposed to be a fun aside from the day-to-day for us in the office, often with a whimsical bent or some cool color scheme like the 2021 geometric pattern, or the Yamal's Icebreaker orange with the paddle on the side in place of the shovel. Which brings me to my story that I was talking about a few minutes ago. A story about a limited edition that was never to be, sadly. For 2022, several ideas were floated around the office, none of which we could all agree on, but most of which would have revolved around some sort of out-of-this-world metallic blue color. So samples of various blues were ordered and fussed over, and finally one was selected. And with the color selection, the idea behind the limited edition began to become clearer. Unfortunately, supply chain issues and logistics delays were in high gear at this point related to the pandemic. And not long after that, the company's energy was soon shifted to moving a factory. And for the first time since the Raven in 2006, there was no limited edition for 2022. But we had this crazy, beautiful blue color already painted on one bike and shipped to IMZ here in Washington, just sitting there. The color was achieved by using a light metallic blue over a white base. Instead of a silver base, it was a white base, and then a transparent candy blue clear over that. And the results are just absolutely stunning. So I ended up assembling it, and it went in the lobby for a while. And then Medina took some shots of it to post on social media around the holiday season this past year. And boom, we have people asking if they can get that color. So instead of letting this color never see the light of day, while we have access to this color, we're going to bring a limited number of units painted just like this one. As it stands, we have 4 units hitting the US on or around the middle of May, which is like right now. With another allotment showing up soon after that. These bikes are all configured a little bit different off the standard trim level, which is a step up from the base that I talked about in the last video. Some will have additional options like undercoating or black drivetrain. Some will have light guards. Others may have a heavy-duty spare tire rack like this one does. or a nose rack like this one does. Basically, they're not all configured the same right out of the crate. Now, the reason they are not the same is because technically this is not a limited edition where all the bikes would be the same that we ship in, but in a limited quantity. But the process to paint these bikes is very time consuming and costs more compared to our standard colors, so this color will not be available forever. Now, our standard colors are gorgeous and we offer enough color options to satisfy most tastes, but if you have been thinking about a new Ural but wanted something just a bit more unique and different than everything else out there, this is a color that will set your Ural apart. Now, if you are truly interested and want to get your name on one of these, you need to contact your dealer ASAP, and they can inquire for you what bikes are still available, excuse me, and what options those particular builds have. I know a few have already been assigned to dealers, and the rest will probably be snatched up by our power dealers. So if you want one, jump on it now. To find a list of the US dealers and their current inventory, go to IMZ-Ural.com and click on the dealer locator tab at the top of the page. Call your dealer and say, hey, I'm curious about one of these Caribbean Blue bikes. Thank you for watching, and if you would be so kind, like and subscribe and hit that little bell icon down in the corner. That'll notify you anytime we upload a new video to YouTube. As always, I appreciate you all. We'll talk to you soon, and ride safe, folks.